manipulation tactic that some men will do to women, and I think it's very important as a woman you know what it is, because it just happened to me. Again, it happens to me all the time. It's when, you know, you're texting a guy and he's really interested in getting to know you and he asks to see you, you guys pick a date, and then the day comes and it's just like radio silence, and he doesn't text you, or he texts you like, oh, what are you doing tonight? Like, knowing damn well you had something planned. This is a manipulation tactic. He feels insecure that he can't meet up to your standards, so even before he meets you, he's going to try to lower them. He's going to try to weaken your boundaries, lower your standards, so that off the bat you're willing to accept less than you normally would. This just happened to me, but it happened to me worse than it usually does. So this guy met me in a bar last week. Like, he came up to me when I was with my friends. He asked for my number. He was excited this whole week to meet me. He kept saying he was going to plan something great. The day comes, radio silence. And then he texts me, hey, like in the afternoon. And I'm like, hey. And he's like, so what time are we meeting? What are we doing? What's the activity? And I said, oh, like, I thought you were going to plan something. And he said, no, well, actually, like, I'll let you pick. And I said, listen, I'm sorry. That kind of, you know, initiative just, like, it doesn't interest me, you know, I need initiative. And he basically left me on red for a few hours. Then he saw that I wasn't budging and he came back and he said, you know what, I'm very sorry. You're right. I'm going to put in more effort. How about this time in this place? And I said, you know what, I'll give you whatever. Yeah, sure. The benefit of the doubt. Well, he comes back with a follow-up question. I answer, not thinking much of it. And then he said, I'm offended. I actually don't want to see you anymore. And I was very confused, and I sent an apology because we were speaking in French. So I thought maybe I said something wrong, like a bad translation. And I showed it to my French friend after, and she was like, Brie, like, this is very normal response of you. I don't know why he's acting this way. It's very odd. And I realized what he was trying to do. He was trying to, again, find a different way to weaken my boundaries and lower my standards after I told him that I wasn't going to plan a date for us. And of course I was right. He left me on red for a few hours, and then he came back. He read my lengthy apology, and he basically just said, okay, I'll meet you at midnight. And I said, no, I'm sorry. Like, I try to be good to you, but if you can't be good back, then I actually don't want to have a date with you. Again, he left me on red. Then he sent me a picture of his dinner. Then he called me. I didn't pick up. Then he sent me another text asking me, what am I doing right now? And now he's still harassing me, trying to meet, because the problem is not you. Like, these kinds of people, they feel intimidated by you. They feel they can't get attention through a positive channel. So they go after a negative way to try to lower your standards so that now they can maybe fit in some way. It's so manipulative. I see so many women too come on here and be like, oh, like we were supposed to meet and he just ghosted me. Like, what happened? And it's like, well, he didn't really ghost you. He just wants to see how much you're willing to lower your standards, because that's a guy who's intimidated by you. And, you know, he needs you to feel less so that you'll accept him as he is, because he knows in your normal state, he probably would never get a second date. So he's doing this on purpose. If someone was chasing you and then they pulled back, that's not them losing interest. That's them playing a game with you. Because if someone really did lose interest, they would be honest and they would say something. They wouldn't play this game with you where, like, they're not texting you, seeing if you're going to do this first, whatever. Like, people that have nothing to hide are honest and direct.
Ladies, you need to be consuming red pill content, okay? I'm sorry, but you need to be consuming a little bit of red pill content in some form so that you have some knowledge of the tactics that men can and may have already used against you that they're learning from online. Seriously. And this goes for more than just relationships. This goes for parents, this goes for mothers, this goes for sisters, this goes for girlfriends, because I think there's a huge fear of looking at red pill content or acknowledging the red pill content. There's a large disgust around it, rightfully so. But then as a result, men and the people that are consuming this content have come up with these very intricate and honestly well thought out psychological tactics that are working on women, and they're sharing them with each other, and they're belittling women, they're bringing them down. And then a lot of women get on this app and they share their stories over and over and over again, and like, it's like sometimes people aren't picking up on it because this is a tactic that they're using online, and they're literally sharing it with each other to try to hurt you. But because we're not on that side of the internet, sometimes we don't see that. And maybe for a variety of reasons we don't want to believe that's happening, but if you see it written out, what, like word for word on Red Pill Reddit, you know, or Red Pill TikTok or whatever, you can see that maybe your boyfriend followed those exact steps and it's really uncomfortable for you. You know, maybe you see your little brother saying these exact string of words and it's like, oh crap, is he on Red Pill, whatever? He might be. And that allows you to get ahead of that. That allows you to stop your son from consuming that content. That allows for you to have those hard conversations in your relationship. Hell, that might even allow for you to get out. Break up with them, you know? And obviously nobody should be consuming red pill content online. It needs to honestly be off the internet. But as long as it's on the internet and being used as a tool against you, you probably should at least know a little bit of what's going on. At least a little bit.